Have you ever wanted to play as Tyrande Whisperwind, the new Night Warrior of the Loon? Did you think you were done playing Skyrim because you didn't have a new build to try out? Well, have you, my friend, found the right video? Anyways, silly intros aside, today I will be telling you all how to play as Tyrande Whisperwind in Skyrim. My name is String, from my channel at GG2String. Hello and welcome. I know it has been a long time for those of you that have been watching for a while, so I've tried my best to make this video very good as a return, in order to welcome both my new computer and new recording setup to this channel. And with both of those things, there should just be a general increase in production value. So yeah, for now, let us just discover how to properly play as Tyrande Whisperwind in Skyrim. So, for the very few of you out there who don't know who Tyrande is, for one, why did you click on this video? Let me know down in the comment section down below. And for two, I'm going to go ahead and explain a little bit of her background as a character. So, Tyrande Whisperwind is a prominent character in the world of Warcraft. She is a lead priestess of the Loon, and now takes up the mantle of the Night Warrior to help fight for her people, the Night Elves, in the battle for Azeroth. She fights on the side of the Alliance. So, the aesthetic for this build is difficult to find and essentially nail, especially without using lore-breaking mods, which I refuse to do. So we're just going to go ahead and continue with my selective mod list, and I feel that I've personally made a very, very good match to Tyrande Whisperwind, about as close as I could possibly get using the limitations that I have set myself. So for the race card, you're going to want to play as a Wood Elf, because they are the closest lore and culture-wise to the Night Elves of Warcraft. Just don't cannibalize, that's not good, and Night Elves don't do that. However, if you did want to match the aesthetic just a little bit closer, you can always go ahead and play as a Dark Elf. However, they don't have purple skin anyways, so both for the matching culture and lore, as well as the stat bonuses, which we will get into a bit later, I would definitely recommend playing as a Wood Elf. So for the attire, the dress we're going to be using is the Elven Dress White Colored from the Divine Elegance store mod. You can use it with or without sleeves, however I prefer using it with sleeves. You can also ignore using the Flower Crown, but I would recommend using the Flower Crown for the extra enchanting slots to make you a bit more powerful, plus it fits Tyrande Whisperwind's aesthetic a little bit better in my personal opinion. As far as other accessories, you're going to also want the silver belt green colored, a butterfly necklace also silver and green, and then a silver ring with no gemstone. These help serve to give us enchanting slots to help make the late game viability of this build a little bit better. Plus I do feel like the belt and the butterfly necklace are already something that sort of fit Tyrande's aspect anyways, so I guess you can just ditch the ring if you want to, but that is a perfect option for the miracle perk, so I would not recommend it. You're going to want long blonde hair, white eyes, as well as the war paint that I have shown on screen, or will show on screen later if it hasn't gone on screen already. But there is one from the Bosmer that just really closely matches Tyrande's war paint anyways, so you can just find it, I'm sure. It's a very, very close match, and it shouldn't be too difficult to find. So for her armory, you're going to want Oriel's bow and elven arrows, which you can use to turn the sky to night, even though you're not going to be a vampire guaranteed, because Night Elves in the universe of Warcraft can shadow melt. So that ability is going to be one that we can actually emulate in Skyrim, so we might as well. As far as the skills necessary to play Tyrande Whisperwind in Skyrim, you are going to need to be proficient in archery, enchanting, smithing, restoration, illusion, sneak, and speech, of which our Bosmer heritage is going to supply us with bonuses to archery and to sneak. Restoration is going to help us out with capturing the Priestess of the Loon aspect of this build, especially as it will give us the power to call upon stars, in quotes, heal ourselves and others, as well as condemn any vilesome undead that we come across. Archery is going to help us play as Tyrande, because Tyrande is a powerful archer. That should be enough said. Illusion is going to help us commune with the wild, so we can make use of animal companions like the Night Elves in Warcraft tend to be able to do. Enchanting and smithing are going to help us keep the build viable into the late stages of gameplay, and sneak and speech will help us in the role-playing department. We also want the Lady Stone for the Lunar Familiar, which which is extra special to us as a priestess of Elune, as a moon wolf is generally pretty good, help capturing the aspect of a night elf priestess of Elune. So that should be enough said. And the latest one will also give us tankiness due to our use of the Andromeda Standing Stones of Skyrim mod. As far as perks, I will begin with the most important skill trees first and work my way down. So the most important one is archery. Just get the whole tree. Leave out perks that you don't like, but the entire tree is actually viable for this build. Even like the really top end perks like Lion's Arrow, you can use that maybe with a spell that we have from the Apocalypse Magic of Skyrim mod to help your bow call upon stars for you as well. The next most important skill in my opinion is Restoration, and from the Restoration tree we're taking Restoration Mastery, Descending Light, Warrior's Flame, Sacred Flame, Ashes to Ashes, Battle Cleric, Eternal Flame, and Apotheosis. This will help us nail the sort of warrior priestess that Tyrande is, as well as giving us passive survivability without us needing to take very many risks in that department. It will also help us, like I said, call upon the stars, especially with our use of the Apocalypse Magic of Skyrim mod, as well as keep us, our companions, and our animal friends safe. The next important one is Sneak for role-playing, in which we will be taking Sneak Mastery, Fog of War, right behind you, behind enemy lines, and Shadow Warrior. That just gives us the ability of a Night Elf to Shadow Meld, and we can emulate it pretty much perfectly in this universe, so we might as well. As far as enchanting, we're going to want Enchanting Mastery, Gem Dust, Regalia, Twin Enchantment, Arcane Nexus, and Miracle. And then Smithing, we're going to want Smithing Mastery, only pick one of the two perks. Merrick Smithing, only pick the Elven Smithing. And then Arcane Blacksmith. This will help us promote the late game viability of this build, like I have said, keeping our stuff upgraded as much as possible. As for the gameplay, you're going to want to be playing as an archer. You can play as a sort of a battle cleric archer, in which you can command animals with illusion magic to have them help you fight. You can use your abilities with restoration to help your animal friends and your companion out, as well as it giving you passive survivability with the Warrior's Flame, as well as the Warrior's Flame also being able to touch your enemies, make them weaker than you by comparison. You can also use the abilities of Wood Elves to naturally hide in the shadows or woodlands to dispatch enemies from afar without them ever knowing who it was that brought about their demise. Speech, as some of you may have noticed, has no perk points dedicated to it, because it, combined with the illusion perks of Commanding Presence and Imposing Presence, serve mostly to help our role as a battlefield leader, as well as a leader of an entire pretty much race, as Tyrande is the leader of the Night Elves, so we're going to be a leader of some factions, and speech and illusion help sort of sell that in the role-playing department. So speaking of the role-playing department, as for role-playing, Tyrande doesn't take any four-letter words for anybody, and she will get back at those who have wronged her in the past. She will be very, very democratic. She will be very diplomatic, is what I meant. She will also be a very strong-willed person, not surrendering her morals ever. And she is a very, very strong character, especially in her seething hatred of the undead, in which Tyrande will oppose every undead in any and every way possible, which includes not joining the Volkihar vampires, and includes not having Serana as a follower any longer than we need to. Sorry about that. I know that's a pain for a lot of people, especially those who like Serana, especially, like, I personally really enjoy having Serana as a follower, and that's gonna sort of suck not having her, but that's besides the point. You will also defeat and destroy any undead or necromancers that you happen upon on your adventures. She will follow the main storyline in Dragonborn DLC to gain all the power she needs to protect herself, her loved ones, and her people, as well as becoming a patron of Azura, who will serve as the Elder Scrolls universe parallel to Elune, because Azura and Elune are both patrons of the moon/nighttime, and Azura is not nocturnal, and nocturnal is bad. Why is nocturnal bad? Because she's patron of the Thieves Guild, and we are not going to become the Thieves Guild or a Nightingale. And we will also not be doing the Dark Brotherhood, because this is not an evil character build. The Companions Guild questline is up to you. However, if you decide to do it, you will want to cure lycanthropy. As well as, speaking of the companion idea, you can use companions if you want. If you do, I would recommend another strong-willed warrior, maybe a Bosmer if you can find one, like Feindal. But I personally decided to go without one, only using animals to my assistance when I had the opportunity. As far as the Civil War, you should pick the Imperial Legion, but for the roleplay, the aspect of Tyrande's character, of her being a major factor of the Alliance in the Warcraft universe. You can abstain from doing the Civil War, you just can't side with the Stormcloaks. However, I would recommend picking the Imperial Legion and actually completing the questline. So that actually about does it. So as this video is my return, I do actually very much hope you guys all enjoyed the video. So far, I've personally really enjoyed making it, and I'm glad to be making a return to YouTube with my new computer and recording stuff. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like, or if you have anything you want to say to me, please be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. Happy holidays. If you are excited to hear more from me, please be sure to subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been String from my channel at GG2String, and peace.